guys, it's Nija. So, I just made my boyfriend watch The Purge with me. Babe, what did you think about this movie? You didn't like it?
No, that shit was crazy.
Oh my goodness, I feel so tense right now. That was really crazy. But you guys, I wanted to have a sit-down chat about this movie because we need to talk about The Purge. But I'm very happy that I saw it and I had the idea to make this video. So yeah. Hey guys, it's Nija. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I have recently seen in the movie theaters. Now I am someone who lives to go to movie theaters. I love watching movies and I also love scary movies. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I made my boyfriend watch The Purge. So the newest Purge just came out. I think it was last weekend, and it was about the very first Purge, which was supposedly took place inside of a city instead of the entire country. So I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the Purge series, but I personally really think that they're interesting. And they're, I don't know, I'm someone who likes to get scared a little bit sometimes here and there. So I just thought it was really interesting. So anyway, my boyfriend, he hates scary movies. He does not like to watch them. He especially is like, why do we want to watch The Purge? Like, why am I paying for us to go see this movie? And I'm like, babe, it's actually, there's a good storyline, usually. Okay, but you guys, I'm not gonna lie. This movie really had me shook, okay? And it's not just the fact that, oh, this could happen for real in our world, but it had me startled because it was just really, I don't know, it definitely had that scare factor, lots of popping up. I'm a film student. I graduated from ODU with my communications in film and media studies, and so I am someone who has studied film a lot, and the way that they put this film together, the way that they shot the scenes and the angles, the zooming in and zooming out, and you know how they created the characters and told the story of each character, I thought that was brilliant. But this is what I wanted to make this video about. The Purge and different scary movies like this, and even watching media in our society, sometimes it can just be too much. Like everything that we see on TV, everything that we see in movies, we should not be letting everything in. Especially movies like this where you want to see a scary movie, but you know later you might feel scary, or you might freak out, or you might have weird thoughts after you watch it. I just want to tell you guys this, whether you believe it or not, the media does have an effect on us. It has an effect on our subconscious mind, on our conscious mind. It has an effect on the way that we think, the way that we maneuver in life, and sometimes it's a good effect and sometimes it's a negative effect. And I think in the case of scary movies such as The Purge, it can definitely make you have what is called mean world syndrome, okay? And I learned this in college, and it's basically where you watch too much, where you watch TV and it gives you the impression that the world is some dark, scary place when it really isn't. And so what I want to talk to you guys about is how not to let all the negativity in when you are watching these scary things that might be of interest to you. So I will tell you guys this, not just because I'm a huge baby, but while I was watching The Purge, there were a lot of times where I would close my eyes. And one reason for that is because I did not want to allow myself to see every single murder, every single kill, every single decapitation, every time someone was harmed, every time someone was hurt. I decided that I was not going to let that into my mind. And so every time a really scary part would come on, I would close my eyes. And it's not just because I'm scared and I just don't want to see that, but it's because I'm doing my mind a favor. I'm doing myself a favor. Because later sometimes when you leave the movie theaters and you've seen these horrific things, even though it was just a movie, you are still able to replay those images again and again and again and again and again in our minds. That's the way, sorry I burped. That's the way we as humans work, because we have memory, you know, and memory is such a blessing to remember all the wonderful things that have happened. But if you're feeding yourself the wrong things, memory can be a curse as well. So one thing I would like to say is that you don't have to let every negative thing in, okay? Every scary thing, everything that will keep you up at night, you don't have to let it in. And so one way that you can do that is, like I said, it's simple. Just close your eyes. okay? You can still hear all the terrible things that are going on. Just close your eyes. You don't have to allow everything in. Another thing I will say is start being very selective of what you allow yourself to watch and what you allow yourself to listen to. People do not want to accept this to be real. People say, oh, it's just music. I don't understand what the big deal is. I listen to it because I like the beat. I'm not listening to the words. Whether you think you are subconsciously collecting this stuff or not, you are, okay? If you're listening to music constantly about women being whores and them shaking their punanis for you and all this other stuff, this is in your head what you think is acceptable. This is in your head what you think should happen. Maybe you personally don't have those views, but if you're constantly allowing that into your subconscious mind, constantly allowing that into your thought process, eventually you are altering your mind to believe these things to be true. And same goes for if you're constantly watching scary movies, you know, you are unconsciously or maybe even consciously allowing these things, these thoughts into your life, whether you want to admit it or not. And it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. If you're listening to positive, happy, cheerful music, whether you believe it or not, you are accepting that into your life. You are raising your vibration by the things that you're listening to. You're lowering your vibrations by the things that you're listening to. You are basically the gatekeeper of what gets in and out, you know. So I'm someone who, I cannot go to sleep with it silent. I don't like the silence. I like to keep the TV playing in the background. But I recently learned that it's not a good idea to do that, because even when you're asleep, even if you think that your mind is shut off and that you're not absorbing anything, you can still hear the outside world while you're sleeping. And so I would leave the TV on like Robot Chicken or Family Guy, and I love these shows. Well, I don't love Robot Chicken, I think that show's kind of weird, but like Family Guy or American Dad or anything on Adult Swim, really. And if you leave it on at nighttime, especially Mr. Pickles, oh my goodness, who created this show? This is a hot mess. But if you leave these things on into your in your environment while you're sleeping, subconsciously you are still absorbing that information. Subconsciously you are still, you know, your mind, like, have you ever had a weird dream and then you wake up and the thing you're dreaming about is like you had a dream like something bad was happening, like in the example of the Purge, you have a dream like someone was like killing someone or shooting something, maybe they're chasing you or whatever, and then you wake up and that's on TV, or you wake up and that was what you were listening to, or you wake up and like something in your environment has to do with that, and you're like, oh, that's strange, where'd the connection come from? Your mind is still on, you're still absorbing things. Even in your sleep, you're still absorbing things. So guys, the message that I'm trying to share with you today is you don't have to suck everything in. You don't have to listen to everything that is like going on, you know. And sometimes we do it just because it's entertainment for us, and I think it's fine and dandy, but you need to protect your mind and protect your subconscious thoughts and realize that these things do have an effect on us, whether we choose to admit it or not, okay? And don't think that, oh, I choose not to believe this, so it's not going to affect me. Oh no, honey. It will affect you. So protect your mind, protect your thoughts. You know, just treat yourself like you're a small child still, you know. You're not gonna let your kids watch crap on TV all day. You're not gonna let your kids watch people having sex all day, and you're not gonna let your kids watch porn. You're not gonna let your kids watch, I don't know, people killing each other and shooting each other up and slicing each other's necks off and stuff like that. You're not going to let them do that, because you know that it's going to give them nightmares, that's going to give them fears. And it's the same thing with you. Whether you are too big and bad to realize it or not, everything that you let in can affect you in a positive or negative way. I choose to let things affect me in a positive way, and that means by being the gatekeeper of my mind, trying to limit the amount of damage that I let into my system. So if I want to watch a scary movie, like I wanted to watch The Purge, I just would close my eyes on the parts that I'm like, okay, that's too much, I know I don't need to be watching that. I'll close my eyes like if someone's about to get killed, or if someone's doing something bad, or whatever the case might be. I'll close my eyes if I'm watching a movie that I still want to watch. You can still enjoy these things. Don't be consumed with these things, but you can still enjoy them, especially like if you're someone who loves to watch the news. I'm someone who had to stop watching the news. I know I'm not the only person who has done this, because there's a lot of propaganda, there's a lot of hidden messages. Like, they try to instill fear in us, and like I know that we need to be informed, but I just choose to maybe get my news through social media, where I'll get straight facts and there's not like sprinkled in stuff that makes me feel fearful. Like, there are already enough scary things happening in the world. We don't need to feed on it, and we don't need to give into it. I think that if we become the gatekeepers of our mind and say, okay, this is too much, I don't want to hear that, I don't want to feed myself that every single day, like, you will just be a better person for it, you know? So take care of yourself, love on your mental, love on your emotions, you know? And protect yourself as if you're still that little child. Don't let everything in the outside world in. Try not to let everything affect you. And I also wanted to give this advice, how to stay positive when you have I guess encountered negativity, like in TV, in the media, in politics. How to stay positive when the outside world is negative. And my advice to you would be to think about the good in the world, and focus on the good in the world. Focus on the thousands of charities that exist to help people out. Don't focus on, well, not all charities are good, some charities are corrupt. Okay, focus on the positives. Focus on, you know, don't focus on, oh, there was another school shooting. Focus on, I'm so grateful that everyone that was safe in that time was safe. I am grateful that everyone was secure. I'm grateful that my family and friends are secure and safe. I'm grateful that, you know, even though the world is in turmoil, I can still be the light in this world. And like, you just have to flip your thinking. Don't let media, don't let the world make you think that it's so hard, it's so mean, it's so cruel. Like, that is an opinion, and that is a perception. And in this world, it's all about perceptions. Either you perceive it to be positive or you perceive it to be negative. You can choose what you want to see. You can put on those glasses of positivity just like you put on those glasses of negativity, and choose to see the world in a positive light. And that is what will change the world, whether you believe it or not. That is what's going to change the world. View the world in a positive way. If you have seen something that you wish to unsee, fill yourself up with more positivity than you do with negativity. Listen to more positive things for you than more negative things for you. You know, just do what you can to be the light in this world, to stay positive, and so you can enjoy things like scary movies and ratchet music and like reality TV. You can enjoy those things, but know that that doesn't have to be the world is, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy my video and enjoy my little spiel. I just wanted to let you guys know that the world is not big, mean, scary, harsh. There are some mean people in this world, but I promise you there are more good ones than bad ones, and I'm one of the good ones. So yeah, if you're ever curious, like, oh, you can't trust anybody, you know, there are good people out there. So the moral of the story, don't always feed yourself all this negativity, and if you just so happen to combat that by also feeding yourself positivity and light, if you choose to watch the movie The Purge, I pray that you will stay positive afterwards. Don't think that this is what the world has to come to. Just remember, it's just entertainment, okay? It's just a form of entertainment. We watch movies for fun. It doesn't have to be a reality. There are good people working on our behalf to keep us safe, and we can work on other people's behalf to keep the world safe and keep the vibrations high. So that's all I wanted to say today. I hope you didn't think this video was useless. I had a message to share, okay? I just wanted to make sure you guys know that the things that you watch and the things that you listen to can affect you, okay? But it doesn't have to be in a negative way. Alright, and that's all I wanted to say. So thumbs up this video if you agree with what I'm saying, and if you want to make the world a brighter place, even though you know that there are bad things that happen in this world, but you know you choose to be the light, okay? And definitely subscribe to my channel if you are new here and you want to stay with me forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I make lifestyle, beauty, and fashion videos, and I also talk and I vlog, and I am awesome, and I think you are awesome if you stick around. So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.